Oh, hello, and welcome to Hulu's Only Murders in the Building official podcast. I am your host, Michael Cyril Creighton. I play your favorite trio's fourth wheel, Howard Morris. We're dissecting episodes, sharing behind-the-scenes stories, and playing games with some of the amazing actors, writers, and crew from Season 5 of Only Murders in the Building. Now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+. Today's show is all about Episode 5, Tongue-Tied. We'll hear from the Arconia's new human doorman, Randall, played by Jermaine Fowler, and how he handled having his job and his scenes stolen by a robot. We'll then check in with our old friend, actor Don Darryl Rivera, a.k.a. DDR, and our new friend, actor David Patrick Kelly, a.k.a. DPK. They both go by their initials. I'm sure that has no bigger implications. Finally, we'll sit down with writers Ben Smith and JJ Philbin to talk about Charles and Sophia's steamy little hibachi date. We'll go heavy on the yum-yum sauce, and that is for sure. But first, a quick recap of Episode 5. So if you haven't watched, just stop and come back after you've seen it. I will be here, waiting with open arms.
This was really under the Arconia all these years?
The trio shows Detective Williams around the now spotless Velvet Room, and she suggests talking to the Arconia's staff.
Talk to the help. Rich people are constantly doing dumb in front of them.
Charles takes Sophia to a hibachi place and interrogates her. They flirt and end up hooking up in her minivan. Mabel and Oliver learn the staff all hate Lester the robot.
Who's ready to fight?
Yeah.
Who's ready for a revolution?
Yeah!
Oliver calls a building meeting, and Lester the robot is thrown off the roof. Miller gives them the trash they wanted, and Mabel tracks Charles's phone to Flatbush, where they see Sophia hand a bag to Lester's widow, Rainey. It is hard to imagine the Arconia without our beloved doorman Lester, but someone had to step up and take care of the building. I am here with our brand new doorman Randall, played by Jermaine Fowler. Hello, Jermaine.
Hey, buddy, can I have a hug?
Yes, you can. Hello.
How you doing?
Good. We became on-set buddies.
Yeah, we was cool.
I really liked how open you were, to be honest. I thought you were just immediately so friendly and so open.
Thanks, man. It was extremely easy. You were wonderful to work with, so I appreciate you giving me your number and us like having those like debriefs.
Yeah, it is sort of like, it is, we don't talk about this a lot, but it's the best job in the world.
Yes.
The nicest set you could ever be on.
That one particularly, yeah.
But you are always sort of on this other level of existence because you're always acting with legends.
This is true.
Right?
Yeah, it didn't hit me till I think the first episode we shot, actually. I thought it was gonna be cool. I was like, all right, Steve, Selena, Richard Kind, Martin, we'll be fine, I'll be fine. Nathan Lane, I'll be fine. And then we shot the scene. I was like, wow, you're having this out-of-body sort of experience where you're just like, wow, I'm here with people who really shaped my comedic sensibilities. Totally. And I've watched forever since I was a kid till now, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so.
and then you're like, oh, I think I'm okay. I think I'm getting used to this. Oh, hi, Diane Wiest. Hi. It is amazing.
Man, she was wonderful too.
Yeah, there's not a bad egg on the whole show.
Not at all, no.
Speaking of your comedic sensibilities and stuff like that, you are a stand-up, correct?
Uh-huh.
And how have the people that we were working with on the show, how did they shape your comedy in your world?
Dude, so when I first moved to New York, I moved all around. I was in every borough but Staten Island, and I remember I finally got an apartment in the Heights, and I slept on an air mattress, and the bed bug thing was going on. So guess whose air mattress had that?
Of course.
And it was awful. I had a DVD player, a portable DVD player, and I would just watch just movies all the time. And at one point, I heard about this book, Born Standing Up, by Steve Martin. And someone told me to just check it out, read it. It's the best book about stand-up ever. And I read it, and I was like, I read it twice. It really, really motivated me. It got me in the right, headspace as far as like just being this broke artist. Just, it was awful, but I was so excited to be on my own. But that particular book really, really, really helped me out.
Yeah.
And then I remember talking to Steve on set about the book, and that was that was crazy. Just to bring it up to him about how much that book meant to me.
Yeah.
Right. And it's true though. Like that. I guess I never thought I'd be able to, tell him that in person. So that was incredible.
I got a little suspicious of Randall in this episode because he's carving die Lester die on furniture or on the wall, right?
Yeah.
What is that about?
He loves the human Lester, but you thought he was referring then to our buddy Lester, when in reality it was about the robot.
Who is Howard's buddy.
Yeah.
Special buddy.
Yeah.
Very special buddy. So I don't think that was nice.
I'm sorry. It's just he's very territorial about his Lester, and you are as well. I totally understand that. We have two different Lesters in our lives.
Two different Lesters.
Two different
I want to know
Lesters.
something. How did you like working with the robot?
It was so strange, I gotta be honest.
So slow.
Because people are talking about like machines taking over our jobs, and if this robot is threatening me, it was so unprofessional.
We got a problem. This robot was like, I can't hit my mark if you're even an inch away from me.
Exactly.
Like, I don't like mirrors. I'm gonna stop. Like,
I had so much confidence in my job after working with this robot. I was like, I'm good. The robot was terrible at hitting marks. It was, and also
good at hitting other stuff.
It was
its
very
arms
goofy.
were like,
it was the goofiest robot.
Yeah.
I thought maybe that's what its character was, a bumbling robot, but it wasn't. It was frustrating the director. It frustrated everybody, but
I will say it was pretty cute. And the guy, Ryan, who programmed the robot, had the hardest job in the whole season.
I felt bad for Ryan.
Everybody was like, Ryan, can he move an inch to the left?
He's just a robot.
Yeah. He's doing his best.
No, it was, I'm sure that was a very nerve-wracking job for that, because he had to do that in front of Steve Martin and Martin Short, too.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, I'm sure.
What was it like filming that scene when Oliver steals the ledger?
That was my first scene with Martin Short, and it was very warm leading up to the snatching, the theft. You know something? I wish all the residents were as kind as you.
Oh, I'm not that kind. This is the real Oliver Putnam. Sorry.
It was great. We hit these beats that were comedic and also pretty emotional, capped off by the, him stealing the ledger. I was having another out-of-body experience after that. I mean, during it, honestly. So it was actually it was nice, man.
And how does it feel jumping into a show that's been, is now in its 5th season, has a sort of well-oiled machine as far as the crew and the cast go? How did it feel being a newbie on the show, but being such a prominent role?
Well, I didn't really know what I was going to get into when I joined the cast. So I remember I had a meeting with John Hoffman, and what a collaborative, welcoming, just a sweet dude. He was so great to meet with, and I get on set, and again, I wasn't sure if it was going to be, just super Hollywood and standoffish, but no, that was the warmest set I've ever been a part of. It was beautiful. Crew is so artistic and they're so on it. Most efficient set I've ever been a part of.
Absolutely, no waiting around.
No.
And you were just such a perfect addition. I told you this, but I always have a buddy. Like every year, there's like someone who's only there for a season or so.
They die.
And they die, or they're a killer, or they disappear. And I really appreciated your friendship this season because it was nice to have a buddy on set.
I feel the same way. I needed that. And it was very helpful. There were times when I'd be in my head about certain lines, or we were talking about it, like sometimes you have these scenes where they can get bulky, and usually the bulky scenes are they're easy. Like, you kind of get in a groove, rhythm, and how you want to depict these moments within these chunky pieces of dialogue.
Yeah.
But then you have these lines, just one line here and there within like this very like an ensemble piece where you got to hit these just singular lines, and those could be sometimes the toughest things to hit. Yeah. And there'd be times when like, you'd flub a line and you'd be like, oh wow, I really can't get this one line. It'd be frustrating. So we had that going on. Yeah. And as far as like our just agreement about the whole thing, it was nice to share those moments with you, because sometimes you feel like you're in it on, you're in it by yourself.
I appreciated that you would be like, what would be funny? And you were always right, and sometimes I was right too. This would be a funny way to do that line, or this would be a funny thing to add.
Oh, pitching you some of the...
Yeah, like pitching each other some ideas.
Because you're funny. So there'd be these things where I just see, in my head, I just see you saying these things perfectly. And I'm so happy you were so, like, you were open to listening to them. Some people hate it, but I was so like, man, maybe Mike could say it like this, it'd be hilarious. And you would do it, and you would murder it. So I'd be like, I'm glad it worked, because if it didn't, he'd hate me. No. But you murdered it, dude. It was...
Thanks. I love murder.
It was easy to...
Okay. Do you want to play a game?
Yes.
Okay. This game is called Name That Arconian. As Randall, the new doorman, you get to know all of the residents of the Arconia, but can you name them based on 3 words? What do you think?
I can try.
Okay, let's try.
And I'm the new guy, so I'm still learning.
Yeah, you don't even know everybody's name, but we're gonna try. Okay. Minimal blue glasses.
Charles?
Yeah,
There we go.
Exactly. Metal doorman technology.
Randall! It would be Lester.
Therapist, crypto, Venmo.
Yeah, the other black guy. Dr. Grover.
That's right. That's
Yeah.
totally right. Russell. Birds, conjunctivitis.
Richard.
Actor. Yeah, Richard. Did you know that Vince Fish is an actor? Did you know that from last season?
No,
An actor. Deli, prison, tracksuit.
Oh,
His name, you're looking for his name? You
Yeah.
know Nathan plays it though, right? I feel
Yeah,
like that
Nathan
means you
Lane's-
get it right. Yeah,
yeah,
Nathan
yeah.
Lane's character,
Yeah.
Teddy D.
Teddy. Okay.
Glasses, again. Snarky,
Howard.
kleptomaniac.
Howard?
No.
Oh, kleptomaniac. Oh, Uma.
Yep.
Okay.
Scarf, snort, dips.
Marty.
Yep.
Oliver.
Artist, dry, fashion.
Oh, Mabel.
Yes, exactly. Your favorite co-star.
Teddy.
I have you better answer Howard. There's no way I thought that was going to be the answer.
Would you?
You didn't even know his character's name 10 seconds ago. Okay.
Howard.
Well, it was so good having you for this
too, man.
episode.
Thanks
I
for
hope you
having
can
me.
come back for a later episode, maybe.
Yeah, if I'm alive, you know, not me. Hopefully it'll be alive, but Randall's character.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll see. See you next time.
Yes, sir.
And now, Michael Cyril Creighton on Howard Francis Morris. Howard is on a quest for independence, but definitely becomes codependent on Lester the robot. He becomes drunk with power and starts pulling away from the trio in a big way. When the building kidnaps Lester, the robot, and throws him off of the roof, Howard blames Oliver, and he tells the trio that the robot is the only thing in the building that has given his life meaning.
That robot gave me a place in this building.
He is devastated by the loss of his loved one,
He made me important.
until he gets a notice that there's a replacement on its way.
Oh, look, a new one's on its way. I gotta go get my charging dock ready.
This robot is here to stay. And that was Michael Cyril Creighton on Howard Francis Morris. You're welcome. Our next guest is as surprised to be here as we are to have him. Please welcome Don Darrell Rivera, aka DDR. You might remember him as Bobo from season 3, the comic relief in Death Rattle the Musical. Welcome, DDR.
Thank you so much for having me, MCC. How are you?
I'm good, how are you?
That is so good to hear. I'm also good. I haven't heard much from you since we finished filming season 3.
Was busy filming season 4.
Why am I here?
Oh, well, you're here because I love you.
Okay.
I find you a great joy to be around. I think you have great energy. And listen, okay, I'm sorry. There is another actor on season 5 whose name is David Patrick Kelly. He goes by DPK. Someone got confused. They booked you, and I didn't want to unbook you, so here you are.
I see. So, honest question. Is it possible that they meant to book me for season 5 and DPK here for this thing?
No, DDR.
Okay.
You are part of the Disney family.
It's true.
Why don't you tell people about that?
Yeah, I've been in Aladdin on Broadway for the last 11 years. I'm the
Holy
original Iago.
moly.
Yeah, I have a 9-year-old daughter, and I've been doing the show longer than she's been alive. And, I just did some stuff for Walt Disney World, and it was really fun. I love Disney. Proposed to my wife at Disneyland. This is literally my dream job.
This is your thing.
Yeah,
This is your thing.
exactly.
You're the most Disney guy I know.
Yeah.
But it is good that you're here, honestly, because I know that you dabble in magic.
I do. That's
And
correct.
this season, there is a pretty special deck of cards. There's a few magic tricks that Brazos does.
Yeah, I've been doing magic since the age of 10.
Well, you one time on set did some weird book thing where you were like, pick a page, any page.
Yes.
And then I did, and you said pick a word, and it was that word.
Yeah, I read your mind, literally read your mind.
Yeah.
That's
you
also
do like
magic.
mentalist stuff.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. I mean, you can buy that online.
The book.
The skill, I guess.
You can buy anything online.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But mentalism is one thing that I love to go into. But card tricks is actually like really where it started.
Would you be willing to show me some of your tricks?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. I'm just gonna flip through the cards just like that,
Yep.
and I want you to see one. Not this one because that's cheating. I'll do it one more time.
Wait. Do
Too
it
fast?
again.
Okay,
Yeah,
I'll
too
do it a little
fast.
bit slower. Probably a little slower.
I can't see the.
Oh,
do it
okay.
again. Okay.
You got one?
Yeah.
Okay. From the middle of the deck. I believe maybe this is the card that you saw. Was that the card that you saw?
No.
No? What was the card that you saw?
5 of spades. Get out of here. That one is not cool. How did you do that?
You didn't even touch the cards. You just looked at them. You know who you should ask about these?
Who?
Steve.
Steve Martin?
Yeah.
I have seen him do card tricks, and it's very impressive.
You know, I actually visited the Disneyland Magic Shop where he worked.
Really?
He worked at the Disneyland Magic Shop years and years and years ago.
Oh, you mean-
2019 or something.
Yeah, not like 2003.
Right, exactly.
Well, this was the best. I loved having you on here. This is the best mistake anyone could make.
Well, this, I have to say thank you because I really love you.
I do too.
And I love
I do
being
too.
on
I,
the
said,
show.
I love me too.
Good.
Yeah.
That confidence is key.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
I adore you. Thank you so much. Thank you, DDR. And on to our next guest.
Gary?
I'm Miller. Welcome to the building, Miller.
I started 3 years ago.
Sorry, I missed that.
In this episode, the trio travels downstairs and sees some familiar faces among the Arconia staff. But there's a new face, too. He's oddly mysterious and maybe a little metaphysical. Trash Man Miller. Thanks for joining us, David Patrick Kelly, also known as DPK, not to be confused with DDR. Hello, DPK.
Pleased to see you, Michael.
Good to see you. So tell us a little bit about Miller. Who is he?
Miller is a survivor of the trash wars of the 1970s, lionized by the New York Dolls in their famous song, Trash.
This episode, there's a building meeting that devolves into complete chaos.
Right.
And I believe you end up throwing Howard's friend Lester off the top of the building. Is that correct?
I didn't mean to, but
But you did.
it happened.
It happened.
Lester's Arconia paperwork got uploaded into the robot. So basically, we just have to get our hands on it. That was the robot, wasn't it?
Two doormen in 2 weeks.
Let's walk the audience through a little bit what it was like to film that scene in the lobby, the building meeting where everybody starts screaming. Do you remember that day? How do you feel about that day?
I like that because it was the mixing of the upstairs downstairs part of the building, the entire lifeblood of the building, all pushing back on the changes that are happening, and the revolt of the people against the onslaught of AI.
Yeah.
So I was really happy about that, and it spoke even once again. We spoke about once the emotional content of the show, so I love that too. The fact that Lester, the ghost of Lester, is in the background, and the human Lester, and then Lester, as we call him, the robot, is trying to take over.
Yeah.
But so it was great.
It's great. I also love those days because there's so many people on set. A lot of times the scenes in the show are very small. It's 1 or 2 people. You're sharing a scene with just 1 or 2 scene partners, but this was almost everybody just screaming at that robot, screaming at each other. It was a wild day. I really had a fun time.
My favorite was Vanessa came up.
Oh,
with.
Vanessa, who plays Ursula.
Plays Ursula, came up with a wonderful moment. She makes everybody join her in a chant of murder building, murder building, murder building.
Yes, yes.
That they're sick of that label.
Yeah.
They want to be just a human building and not a murder building, known for that. And she urged us on, and it was really cool.
It was great. It did sort of feel like filming that scene felt like mob mentality. Like I was I was against all of you because I was protecting my little robot. But I turned around and looked at you all, and I was like, oh, this is scary. They're gonna rip me apart piece by piece to get to this robot. So good acting. I remember the first time I met you was this episode, and you ran in with your trash bag and your, we'll talk about it in a minute, but your Lester trash portrait. And just the way you run, just the way you walk, the character is completely full. You wouldn't even had to have said a word, and I knew exactly who this guy was just by how you carried your trash bag and ran in. It's a good thing. You're a very convincing trash man.
Thank you so much. Trash has meant a lot to me in my life.
Were you impressed with the portrait of Lester? The trash portrait of Lester they made? Is it what you imagined in your head when you read the script?
Yeah, and I loved Steve's improvised line at the time that he said outsider art.
Yeah.
Because I've always been a fan of art, outsider art.
Yeah.
Michael Key and I both come from Detroit, and there's a fantastic outsider art assemblage in Detroit.
Oh, really?
Called the Heidelberg Project. And people come from around the world to see it. Mm-hmm. They have the Diego Rivera mural in the DIA there, but they also have the Heidelberg Project,
oh, wow.
which is this amazing assemblage of stuff that this guy's found, you know.
Oh, that's cool.
And so it keyed into that, and, you know, stuff that people find and make art of is always been a great fascination for me. So
yeah,
I thought they did a wonderful props department. Woo! Props.
Killed it. And also, what I'm so excited about is we get to live with it for the rest of our lives because Steve Martin gave us a wrap gift, and it is a puzzle of Trash Lester. It's right here. So this was the wrap gift that Steve Martin always gives us a puzzle every year, and it's a puzzle of Trash Lester, which I think is going to be absolutely horrific to put together. Right?
Really difficult.
Very, very difficult, but I am very grateful to have it.
Beautiful.
I'm curious what you think Miller thinks of the trio, Charles, Oliver, and Mabel.
Well, he respects them greatly. Mm-hmm. He reveres them, and he also is resentful of them and angry at them a little bit for their different habits. And I think he most aligns with Selena, you know, with her struggles, you know.
Yeah.
And with Mabel and her struggles, he respects them, and he likes their achievements, you know. He's a great fan of their achievements, you know.
Yeah. Sort of art imitating life for me. That's that sort of situation.
Yeah, and the way he sort of memorializes them, you know, the way he wears Oliver's scarf that he found in the trash, you know.
Yeah.
And, you know, so, a great deal of respect, awe, and resentment.
How do you think he feels about Howard?
Howard, he's more shoulder to shoulder with, you know, because he has more communicativeness with Howard, you know. I think he doesn't let Howard get the better of him, even though Howard may think that he is way above his station in life.
Howard does sometimes treat people subhuman. He's not particularly, he expects so much, and in return he gives so little to other people. It's one of his beautiful flaws. And I think I know the answer to this question, but how do you feel about Lester the Robot?
Lester the Robot is fascinating, but a huge threat, and must be met with rebellion.
Yeah, I think he was met with rebellion since you threw him off the roof.
Yes, I did.
You did.
Somebody had to do it.
Somebody had to do it. Now, I know that you have something in common with Steve Martin, correct?
I do.
What is it?
Our love of bluegrass music and art, and I tried to tell him the few chops that I have. I've played the mandolin since 1964.
Wow.
When my mother gave it to me on St. Patrick's Day. But I played it as a rhythm guitar, Michael.
You did?
In my 60s rock band with a little pickup on it.
Oh,
so
wow.
I was playing Jimi Hendrix on it.
On the
and the Beatles, on the mandolin.
Wow.
So I think I'm one of the beginners of what we call psychobilly music. Psychedelic hillbilly music.
Yeah.
And green bluegrass music, you know. But I also played it on Broadway in Once, which was an Irish show.
Which is a show that I saw several times. I saw it at New York Theater Workshop. I saw it on Broadway twice. You're incredible in it. One of my favorites. Did you bring your mandolin today?
Funny you should ask.
Yeah?
One of them is right here.
Oh.
But this actually is in the episode where you meet Miller.
Really?
And I find this in the trash.
Do 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 do.
Everybody.
Do 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 do.
I'd like to play a game with you if you're cool with that. Now we're gonna play a game called Dead Giveaway. I have 10 things that you might recognize from this episode. I'm going to try to describe them to you. You're gonna guess them, and if you win, you have to get at least 6 to win. If you win, our prize today is a big bag of trash you can make as much art out of as you'd like.
Fantastic.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, put 60 seconds on the clock. Ready? Here we go. This is like a suitcase. You put gym clothes in. It's a type of thing that you carry.
Body bag.
Like a body bag.
It's
like
a garbage bag, trash bag.
Duffel bag. This is what that trash Lester is. A type of art where you tape things together, like cut out different things and paste them next to each other.
Collage.
Yes. Next thing, this is the bottom part of a crustacean that's in the show.
Shrimp.
Yep, it's the not the head, but the...
Crusty thing.
the tail, yeah, the tail. Okay, this is something that I have a lot of and that Charles is on during the show.
Ketamine. No, testosterone.
Yes, exactly. This is what Lester, the non-human one, is.
He's a robot.
Yep, this is a place in Brooklyn that is not hilly, but listen, we didn't do great, but we did the best we could, and it was a lot of fun. Thank you so much for being here. I hope we can have you back.
Thank you.
Until then, have a great one.
What about Tommy the Tongue? Did you get anything on that?
Well, didn't get anything on Tommy, but I did get a little.
Charles.
I was gonna say tongue.
Oh my God.
Stop slut-shaming me.
Great. So we are still exactly nowhere on Tommy.
So we all know that the real star of Only Murders in the Building is the writing. It's a highly collaborative process, and I'm so very lucky right now to be sitting with 2 of the writers from our writer's room, Ben Smith and JJ Philbin. Hi, Ben. Hi, JJ.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. Thank you for reading that just how we wrote it also.
That's non-union. You didn't write that. JJ.
Yeah.
You wrote this episode.
I did.
Okay, so we get one of our favorites back, Detective Williams.
Right.
But we also get one of our favorite Arconia side businesses back, which is Gut Milk, which is now in pellet form.
That's right.
There's some debate about how you take it. how would you say?
It can go in any orifice you want. That was sort of what we were trying to really impart to the audience.
A lozenge, a suppository, maybe like a little ear.
You can put it in your ear. You can put it in your nostril.
Perfect. Perfect. When do you say, you know what we should bring back? Gut milk.
I mean, when are we not saying that, first of all? But I think, as I remember it, we had just done all these episodes with sort of the most powerful people in New York City, these billionaires, and we were having a hankering for getting back into the building, being with the people that Lester had worked with, spending time with Howard and his new paramour, the robot.
My lover.
And then we started getting excited thinking about all the people like Ursula, who we hadn't seen since I think season 2.
Yeah.
Just being able to spend time with the staff of the building and seeing how all these, since a big theme of the season is sort of the disappearance of kind of these old New York institutions, and to go into the building and to really get to know the people who've been there, for years and years, and that are like the lifeblood of this building, and seeing how it affects them, these changes in the building. That was sort of thematically what we were excited about. And then we just, we like love Arconia lore. It's like what is consistent season to season.
And people love like the upstairs, downstairs in any show.
Yeah.
Which brings me to this. I'm so glad we see Ursula again. We see Jose the Super again, who I don't think we've seen since season 1.
That's right.
But then we get a new character, Miller, the trash man.
Yes.
Where did Miller come from? Played beautifully by David Patrick Kelly. What an interesting creature. How did he come about?
I feel like you're to blame or deserve
depending on
credit.
how you
Yeah.
look at it. Yeah, I think in the script he's described as a mole person.
But also maybe like a trash psychic.
Yeah, like a trash savant. Someone who's been sort of behind closed doors. Like, we loved this idea of them kind of pulling back this secret door and being in this different world down there.
Yeah.
And so someone who, this trash man character who knows them so well because he's been analyzing their trash for years and years. Like, we were just delighted by the whole idea of him.
The way that David Patrick Kelly plays it, it's quietly unhinged and intensely unhinged.
Intense.
Yes.
The intensity he brings to it, I
intensity
love.
he brings to the whole
It's
through the whole
genius.
season is pretty amazing. But his reveal is pretty great too, because it's like a magic trick. Like, he's just suddenly like out from under the garbage bag. Are there any characters that work in the Arconia that you have pitched that have not made it in the show yet? Like, do you brainstorm in the room different
Remember we used to
staff?
talk about
Yeah.
the floor buffer passing through the lobby.
We had like the hedge man who was just like standing there clipping.
We had attendants. I mean, I think in the very first incarnation of this, it was totally unshootable, but we just, go down these roads, kind of for ourselves. We had a valet guy, I think. We had the person who's outside clipping the hedges, the person who tends to the fountain.
Who would
I mean,
end
we
up
could
being
have
played by
gone.
like George Clooney.
Yeah, exactly. No, we could have really gone on and on.
Oh, this is a very important thing that I want to talk about, and I've been thinking about it a lot. Charles is so horny in this episode. Charles is so
You've been thinking about it a
horny.
lot.
I've been thinking about
Yeah.
it so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
But like, it's so crazy to see horny Charles.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's on testosterone. He's with his Betty Grable, yum, 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 or whatever he says. How did the decision to put Charles in testosterone come about? How did we get into this world where he's sort of seething with testosterone?
Yeah.
Well, it was Steve's pitch.
Oh.
And he came to the writers early and said, like, I have this idea. And it was such a funny idea that he was just acting a little bit off. And, we reveal that he's like, just like brimming with testosterone. And it felt like this episode was the right episode to launch it because we knew he was going to be questioning Sophia, and that there was an attraction there when they met in the first episode.
Yeah.
And so him teed out of his mind was how we got talking about it.
And then they go heavy on the yum yum sauce. Heavy on the yum yum sauce and hibachi. Was it always hibachi? Was that always their first date?
I think it was always hibachi.
It was always hibachi, and them being like sexed up and catching food with their mouth was.
I mean, when you like kind of logic, you're like, okay, he's on T, he's on a date, where do you want to see them? And I feel like once we said hibachi, the scene got very fun.
Yeah.
For us to like
It is
imagine writing.
Hysterical.
I was starting to think you'd never call.
And I was starting to think that maybe.
Ma! I tried salad. Is this chicken the spicy kind?
Do they have noodles and butter?
I had to bring him. Mikey's birthday's 36 today, but they're going to sit at their own table like real adults. Waiter, another martini, another round. Don't be afraid to make these ones dirty.
I have a big crush on all the Cacciamelio boys. How fun are they to write for?
The best.
Incredible.
Like,
and probably there's like 20 pages of the season that got cut of just their dialogue.
Yeah.
Because you could write them forever.
Birding gets a lot of attention in this season. Was there a birder in the room?
tragically, no.
That was going to say, Madeline George, who's an incredible writer and playwright who you know and who wrote on the show seasons 1 through 4, big birder. And I think
I didn't know that, but that makes
birder,
perfect
and
sense.
would, I think, pitch birding ideas every season in the tragedies that this year we did it. And then the whole time we're like, what do we know about birds? In that fantasy sequence in episode 5 when they're recreating the run from the Dudenoff apartment back to Oliver's or Charles's, you run through the lobby and Charles makes some reference to a bird call and Lester's in that scene. And when we were kind of like filling out the Lester character this season, because we've only seen him in snippets, but we're like, okay, he's our victim, we're gonna learn a ton more about him.
Yeah.
One, it seemed like birding might be a little hobby of his.
Yeah.
But we were like, oh, I guess there was a slight reference in a previous season.
Yeah.
So we kind of built upon that.
When you write that line, it's just a throwaway joke.
Yeah.
And then the next season, you kind of fill in a story to that like is launched by that.
Yeah.
You never know which of those lines is going to come back.
Every season, we kind of have to like go back and do like an audit of our previous seasons.
Like
Be like, what have we said?
Research
and
view?
like Lester's kids are named Frank and May, which are my parents' names. And that's just because when we were doing a rewrite in season 2 in the Blackout episode, Nina is with Lester and he's like, she knows family details about him. It's like a way of showing that she's learning and the history with Bunny, and we just needed names, and I threw those in, and now we're like, the opening of the whole season is reading this obituary, and we're like, well, I guess survived by, and we're like, those are the names. And
Are
it's
your
like,
parents so excited and proud to be in the show?
they're very excited. Yeah.
I met your mom.
That's so true.
She's a big Howard fan.
She is.
Love her.
We love her.
We love her. We love everybody who loves Howard. And you have some family in the show this season.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I
Can
don't
you talk
know.
about that? Are you comfortable talking about that?
To set it up, it was the moment where Charles is cooking and he's lost great-grand's recipe.
Oh, no. My great-grand is gone. It's gone. No.
How much orange zest is in Charles Hayden Savage's great-grand duck à l'orange recipe?
And Bash is able to say, I can get that for you in 1 second. It's sort of a moment where technology kind of comes to save the day.
Yeah.
And he instantly comes up with a clip of Brazo's cooking, and then amazing
With Regis.
with my dad, with Regis, yeah. And so amazingly, that clip kind of did exist. Steve was on my dad's show with a day that my mom happened to be co-hosting with my dad.
Cow.
And
I
so,
thought it was not real.
No, it was real. And we used that clip, and with just like a little bit of ADR and a little bit of tweaking. I mean, ideally what we wanted was the cooking segment, them with my dad in the apron and the hat. Like that was like the thing that I was imagining, but something similar did exist, which was Steve coming on, I think, to promote, I don't know, Parenthood, or like one of his great like early 90s movies.
Yeah.
And so we used a little bit of like ADR and a Regis impersonator to fill in some of the lines that could make it actually about this duck à l'orange plot point.
Show me Charles Hayden Savage making duck à l'orange.
That sounds like a lot of zest, Brazos.
I'm zesty, Regis.
Yes, you're a multi-talented guy. I admire guys that can do more than one thing.
I just revel in it. Probably in 10 minutes, something unbelievable is going to happen.
Why do I think it's going to be me making your duck à l'orange?
Well, Regis, because you're psychic.
They're going to take the commercial break and make it happen in the next segment.
I forgot I did that.
There's some stuff in 9 and 10 that was some of, at least for me, some of the favorite stuff that we got to write.
Yeah, you came through big time.
Are you scared when you get a script? I'm turning this on you. What's the experience when you get a script? Do you read it right away? Do you go home?
I do Control-Find for Howard.
Yeah, that's helpful.
If I have like 3 lines in an episode, I know it's going to get cut out and I won't be in that episode. I look to see how much he's in there. Then I don't read those lines. I read the whole episode, and then I am always happy. I've never been unhappy with what's crossed my desk. Sometimes I'm like, where is this going? Always goes somewhere good. Always goes somewhere good. I did read an episode that made me cry this.
Can you say what number?
9.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot.
9 was an emotional episode.
Yeah, 9's a good episode.
All you viewers watching
episode,
5,
viewers,
yeah,
you better keep watching through 9.
1 month from now.
And then you should watch 10, which you 2 wrote.
Yeah.
That's right.
And this is the final question I've asked everybody. One, I'll ask you, and then I'll ask you. Ben, do you have an animal?
Yes.
What is the animal?
I've my wife and I, we have 2 cats, Fox and Scully. They're X-File cats.
What would their job be?
Okay, we have answers. Our cat Fox, we have like a little mat and he lies on it with his toys and we call it his office. And so he goes in and he clocks in and he works at the toy factory. And Scully never goes, she just sits in her perch above it, like in a bucket. So she's a manager at the toy factory. She just like observes Fox playing on his mat.
Perfect sense.
And on the weekends we roll it up and we put it away and he's
off
for
the weekend.
Yeah, like he has union hours and all that stuff.
Reading
yeah.
a newspaper, doing that kind of thing.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
JJ, do you have an animal?
All right, well, you're going to have to help me with these because I bring my dogs, I smuggle them onto the Paramount lot, and I've actually like gotten in big trouble. But some days when we just really can't make a story work, the dogs have to come and snuggle with us in the room. So, yes, they're Henry and Louisa.
Good names.
And I think Henry, maybe, is he like a professor? I think he might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's very dignified.
You should be so lucky to be in Henry's class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What would he teach?
It's a good, like the classics, he's very dignified. And then Louisa is kind of a disaster. We've often said that she's in the Navy.
Is that true? We often?
She's just very
collectively
big and strong.
Yeah.
And,
Louisa's butch.
Yeah, she's a butch lesbian. Both of my dogs are gay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, Henry is gay and Louisa is gay. So they have just different vibes. But yeah, I think she's some sort
I
of.
see that.
Do you? Yeah,
Well, we were with Louisa by a lake, and Louisa sprinted into the water, which like had very Navy energy, but
that's
also
a very lesbian thing to do.
Then she got stuck on a rope, and I'm like,
God,
this is not like new to the Navy, overeager.
She's in the
cadet.
Navy, but she's bad at it. Like she's always on the brink of
That's
being
even more
discharged.
charming. It's like she could have her own sitcom. That's what we're going to do. When this is all over, we're going to write her
Louisa,
sitcom.
bad naval cadet. Let's pitch it.
I just want to thank you both for writing such great words, writing such a great season, running such a great room, and being here today. So it's really nice to spend time with you, and I can't wait to talk to you again.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael.
Thank you.
Thank you for having
Thank you
us.
both. Well, that's it for today. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you haven't already, subscribe and follow us wherever you're listening or watching from. Join us next week when we get another visit from the one and only Beanie Feldstein, aka Mabel's frenemesis, Thee. We will also check back in with co-creator and showrunner John Hoffman, and you will meet someone very special, the unofficial Only Murders on-set mascot, Bernardo, the production assistant. Which one of them is most integral to the show's existence? We will see. Until then, don't get killed. Watch and listen to Only Murders in the Building official podcast, available on Hulu and wherever you get your podcasts. And don't miss Only Murders in the Building, now streaming on Hulu and Hulu on Disney+.